A very good morning to you. Right, I just ran to the other room because I was looking for one of my beads and they're right here next to me. So because I've been emptying out my craft room, let me just move this. I've been moving things around. So that safe place where I put stuff is even more safe at the moment because I got sort of two rooms at the moment. I'm gonna have the ceiling done here. Yes, I got them. So we are going to be doing double drop peyote, and not a long double drop peyote is quite an easy stitch, but we're going to take it a notch up because we're going to do it rainbow patterned as well. How's everybody this morning? I hope you're well. If you're new today, please put new in the comments and tell us where you're watching from. I love to meet you. We are such a friendly little bunch here, I guess, and it's just really nice to have new people coming in the craft all the time, and we are able to inspire you. So let me just quickly say hello to everybody. Good morning, Janice, Miranda, Margaret, Sandy. Sandy saying good morning everyone from Massachusetts. Hopefully I said it right. It could be quite early there, maybe 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. Or is it the other way around? No, that's that. I'm so bad with time zones. Do let us know what time is it there, Sandy. Morning, Diana, Helen, Alison, Lourdes, Leslie. Leslie's saying it's a horrible damp Hertfordshire day today. Well, it's a really horrible and damp here as well. It looks like it is going to rain. It's really, really overcast. I love this weather reports in the morning from all of you. Morning, Lucy saying good morning all. I still have this project to master, so hope today will help. Yes, any questions you have, just put a Q in front of your question or say question, and then I'll make sure I answer it because I will look at for those one. Morning, Di, Sue, Margaret, Charlotte, Sandy, Carol. Carol is saying, morning, Kitty, and our lovely readers. Beautiful sunny day in Devon. Supposed to get 18 degrees today, so maybe we should be all heading to Devon today. Good morning, Lourdes, Monica, Robin. Robin is one from America. I think it's 5 a.m. where you are. You said it yesterday. Morning, Camille, Jan. Sandy's saying 5 a.m. So Sandy's the same time zone as Robin. Bless you. Morning, let's the early start. 5 a.m., isn't it? Morning, Leslie. Leslie's saying, I'm really enjoying making a second and third sienna necklace. Just need the Baroque crystals to complete. Morning, Nadja. Mina, Lucy. Lucy's saying, I'm not watching on purpose. Still have the carriage from some time ago, but it's not got around doing it. It's really, really easy. I'm going to show it to you. Morning, Diana, Lorna, Gitty, Francis, Heather. Is there any news on the 3mm crystal bundles? Heather is asking, I will have a look. I'll be in the warehouse tomorrow, so have a look what we can do. But I haven't put anything together just yet. I've been working from home quite a lot, and tomorrow I will be in the warehouse. Morning, Leslie, Jenny, Paula, Annie, Sarah, Mina, Angela, Pamela. Blum is saying it's very wet and grainy Stevenage. Morning, Brenda, Sue, Nikki. Beautiful weather today, Sue is saying. I'm not sure where she is, what part of the country she is. Morning, Jean. Morning, Margaret. Betty, Lisa, Saba, Sue. Oh, Nadia, there's so many of you lovelies are here already. Good morning. If I have missed your name, I'm really sorry. Good morning to everybody. Jane, Carol, Geraldine. From a sunny, cool Dublin, Geraldine is. Morning, Janet, Seema, Elaine, Lindsay. Wet in a wear, Lindsay is saying. Good morning, Marcia. Right, so I'm going to turn you down and I'm going to show you. Just left my samples on the other table. I'm going to show you a couple of samples here, and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you a sample which I did this. Quite possibly about 15 years ago, so way back, I did this stitch and I played around with it, and I did it with delicate beads and it didn't really sit right, so I found loads of samples not long ago And just turn you down. I found loads of samples not long ago, and I found one of these. It's like sometime in the springtime, and I looked at it and I really liked the texture I created with beads and cubes. These are Toho cubes, and they were Toho cubes what I used back then as well. But back then I used delicate beads to go with it, which is fine, and it does look all right, but I think it does look a little bit, I don't know, too small for the cubes, or it doesn't quite look right. So I had another play around with it earlier this year and came up with still using the cubes but doing with Toho size 11. So if I put them side by side, you can see that with the size 11 you get a nicer and an even more even look. I do, sometimes just changing one bead in your design can have a really large impact. I did try it with the lovely hematite cubes as well, and I love these cubes. Well, if you're watching, can we have a link for these cubes, because it comes in so many different colors with these little lines on there as well. Just really a really gorgeous bead, and one strand of cubes will do you a bracelet. And way back we had some cat's eye cubes, which I did try them out with those ones as well, but we no longer have them in stock. But I just wanted to show you that you can sew it with all sorts of cubes. Right, so what I really would like to show you today, and what I would like to do, so we did the double drop peyote sometime, I don't know, about 2 or 3 months ago now. We've been doing this Facebook Live for so long, so they're not sort of merging one in other, but because we've done so much of them, you can't really remember back. We've done over, I don't know, 190 of them now. So I came up with a rainbow design. I love rainbow, but doing rainbow, like for example here, where I done with the cat eye beads, the cat eye beads were rainbow, but the seed beads weren't. So I kept the seed beads the same color, and I thought just to take it up a notch, you can have your cat eye beads and your seed bead rainbow as well. So you can create an even more sort of nice rainbow look. So doing the stitch on its own, just with one color bead and one color seed beads, really easy, and just sort of go backwards and forwards on yourself. It grows quite quickly as well, but taking it up a notch and doing it with just sort of rainbowing the cubes, you can do. And if you really want to take up a notch, if you want to be a bit more advanced, then you're going to change the seed beads as you go along as well to the different colors. So this is what I'm going to show you today. Now I'm going to revert back to this bracelet at the end to show you how to attach the end, but let's set up and let's start how you can make the rainbow one. So with the rainbow one, what I found, organization is the key. So I have my little trays. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit so you can see more of my bead mat. So I have my little trays, and I set up my cubes into my trays and I just left them there. So I'm going to put all 7 of them out in a line so I know what color I want to pick after what color all the way along. Now a pack of one of these cubes have loads and loads of cubes in it, and especially if you're doing it rainbow, then you're only using a few cubes. So properly you're going to use maybe 12 cubes per bracelet per color. So it's quite a good, let me just add myself to the top there so you can see me as well at the same time when I'm talking. Straighten this up as well. And then you can choose your seed bead and match one with it. So previously I done this one with the pastel color because we do different color of mixes of seed beads. We done rainbow mixes by very popular demand. We got one. I'm just going to pop this in for just 1 sec. We got one in size 8, but what you're going to need for this is size 11. So the pastel color is what I showed you with the bracelet. We also do like a frosted rainbow color. We also do a AB finish rainbow color, and we do a silver lined one as well. So do let me know. We already got a sample with the pastel colors. So let's try to use another color today. So do you want me to use the silver line? Do you want me to use the rainbow, or do you want me to use the frosted with the cubes? Do you let me know which color you want me to use, and I will use that color. Mina is saying, I have not tried this stitch. Mina, it's really nice, really easy, and quite relaxing as well. Although doing it a different color, you're going to have to pay a little bit more attention. And I will show you in a minute how to sort of organize yourself so you will have a nice sort of flow and won't lose your place. So frosted, we're saying frosted. Maybe we could try the frosted, no problem. I am all set up to bead with you, but my cat, who never sits on me, decided today is the day she wants to. I'm happy to watch. Oh, Betty, we got a cat as well called Sydney, and she goes to Peyote, so sometimes she would come and sit with me for days, and she would want to try to get on my bead mat, or she will go and, she would just sit next to me on the floor, or wants to sit on my lap, and she will do that for a few days. And then after a few days, she will go and want to sit with Lucy for a few days. And after that, she will want to go and sit with Victoria or wherever, another part of the house for a few days. I think cats have their own little, things to on little minds. So I think silver line frosted. I think frosted and silver line is pretty much in the lead. I haven't tried this. Silver line, one silver line, one frosted, two silver line, three frosted, four. I think frosted is winning just by one. Yes, as I'm going up, seeing it, there's only one for rainbow. Frosted is winning by two. Right, so we're gonna use frosted. So I'm gonna pop this to the side and I'm gonna set it up. So I'm gonna add my seed bead just the bottom of my, you can't see, I'm just gonna move this in a minute. There is my yellow at the top. So I'm gonna add the seed beads just to the bottom of it. So I'm nice and organized. And I'm gonna go along and add a tiny bit of seed beads to the bottom. Now you don't need loads, you just need a tiny bit, a gram or so will do. We can always get more out of our boxes. Actually, I'm going to leave this open just in case if I need any more. That's it, and the green. I love working with rainbow colors, rainbows, ombres, blending colors. That's what I love the most, I guess. Playing with all sorts of, I think it's so satisfying when you see the different colors built together. And with beads, what I love the most, it's not just colors what we're playing with, but we're playing with finishes as well. So like adding a frosted finish to a shiny finish, or adding a an AB finish, or adding a different finish makes your jewelry very different as well. Just pop them all out. Now I'm going to grab a thread. So the thread you want to use, I got loads of different colors of threads, but and this is what I love about Supalon, because it comes in so many different colors. But the thread I really want to use with this one, because I'm working with natural colors, is a neutral, working with loads of colors is a neutral color. So I either want to go for something with a gray. So if I would be working with more like blue tones and beads like that, then I would go with the grays, because it's like got warm colors in there as well. I want to use more something like a beige color, because then it will disappear better between the beads. Because no matter what you use, you could use a white one I guess as well, because a white one would be good as well. But I just picked this beige one, or like they got a cream color. Actually, I did a cream color with the other one. Let's have a look at that one. Cream color would be better. I think I'm going to go with the beige, but the white would do just as much. But this is how much white I got left. Look, so that's why I'm not going to use the white. I'm going to use that beige. You always go back to your first choice. Sometimes I do sort of things and run around in circles and try out all sorts of different things, and then I go back to my first choice. I'm just going to grab a couple of needles. You know, our spare one on the top. You know, our color eye needles we introduced last week, I think it was. Are the blue seed beads the wrong way around? Yeah, actually we could use the darker one first. I've swapped them about. Very well spotted. So thank you so much. I just sort of was chatting and putting things out, and very well spotted. Let's swap these about. That's it. Are we the right way now? That's right. So I'm going to thread my needle. Very quickly. This is always the, like, you know, the moment when you're trying to thread your needle on live air, or when you're doing the Facebook lives, that that moment. Right, I'm going to leave the bobbin on because with this stitch as well you can continue the other way quite easily, so it's not a problem. You could sort of work with one piece of thread. Right, so you're going to start by picking up, and I'm going to pop this in the bottom of the shot so you can see it better. You're going to pick up one cube, 2 seed beads, another cube, and another 2 seed beads. So depending on how or where you want to position your seed beads in line with, I like to, as I pick them up, I like to have the same color right underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up one cube, 2 seed bead, and then I'm jumping to the next color and another 2 seed beads, and let this go all the way down. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to suspend this in my hand, so I'm going to wrap the end around there so it's not going to jump around and we can see what we're doing. And I came from that way, didn't I? Right, I'm going to pick up another 2 seed beads, and I'm going to go back through this cube that was colored through 2 and pull this up nice and tight, and I'm going to pick up another 2 color A seed beads, the first ones, and go back up through the yellow and pull this tight. Now, because we are sort of jumping and moving our colors along, because I'm coming out of a yellow cube, I'm going to pick up 2 yellow seed beads. I'm going to go back down, so I'm going to miss the cube. I'm stitching up and stitching down, stitching up and stitching down, going backwards and forwards. So I'm missing the cube, I'm just coming out of the cube, going back down on my seed bead just underneath. Now I'm going to pick up color 2 because I'm adding the color on the orange cube here. So I'm going to pick up orange beads and go through at the bottom. Now when I got down to the bottom, I need to introduce the next color of cube. So I'm going to pick up one red one, go up through the 2 seed beads, the 2 orange seed bead, and pull that tight. But here my next cube needs to be the orangey color, which is more like the salmon pink, I guess, in the mix, and go up through the 2 seed beads at the top. Sharon asking, is the first the same as matte finish? Yes. frosted or matte is exactly the same. Now I know which color seed beads I need to add because 1/2 of my 4 seed bead square is already there. So I'm just going to pick up 2 yellow ones here, go through the salmony orangey cube. Again, I know what seed beads I need to pick up here because the orange is already there, one part of the orange. And I'm just going to go through that red cube all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to turn around. So now, because I am going to be right next to this red cube, I know I need to pick up red seed beads. So I'm going to pick up 2 red seed beads, and I'm going back up through the 2 orange seed beads and pull this up tight. Then, as you can see, how just pull this down so you can focus better, how our little cubes are forming already. So you got your cubes going in an angle from the bottom left to the top right, and our seed beads, 4 seed beads, is traveling from bottom left to the top right. So if you can imagine, we're creating little squares here, and 4 seed beads make up a little square, or a cube make up a little square as well. So I'm going up and I need to add the seed beads. Now I'm on the side of my orange cube, so I'm going to pick up orange beads. Doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed, the direction you're working, you're always picking up the seed beads what right next to your cube. So that's why if you marry up your seed beads with your cubes, are quite easy to follow. Hold on, I'm just getting tangled in the thread here from the previous bracelet. Give me just one sec. Let me just pull the ends out, and actually I'm going to move this. Got a very long end. Move this at the top here, so it's out of the way. There's nothing wrong when your thread tangles up and then you're trying to undo them. Right, so now as you can see, I have the yellow ones are sort of gone out to the top, and I need to pick up cubes. I got orange here, so the next one at the top here is going to be orange again, and I'm going to go back down through the orange seed beads. The next cube is going to be red because I need to, that sort of cube is traveling across my sort of cube grid here, and I'm going to go into the red seed beads themselves as well. So I know I need to pick up red. And pull this up nice and tight. Kitty, can we have 3 cube lines? You can have as many cube lines as you want as you go along. That's why I said, if at the beginning, if you lay your material down on your mat, lay it nice and straight, match everything up, then you're gonna have you can go, if you want, you could do 12 or 20 colors. It's really up to you. But you're sort of always working with 2 colors, and then you move on to the next 2 color, then we're going to move on to the next 2 color, then we're going to move on to the next 2 color and the next 2 color, and but by laying it down on your mat. So now I know I need to pick up 2 orange seed beads because I'm putting the seed beads next to my orange cube. Going down, I'm picking up red seed beads because I'm putting it on top of my red cube. And when I'm down at the bottom, I'm going to introduce, just pull this nice and tight, I'm going to introduce the next color. So I'm going to pick up the green cube, coming back up. So twice you pick up into row 1, row 1 you pick up seed beads, row 2 you pick up seed beads, row 3 you pick up cubes after your foundation row, row 4, so there's always 2 seed bead and then 1 cube, two rows of seed beads and then 1 row of cubes. That's how you go up and down through your beads. Always 2 rows of seed beads and then 1 row of cubes. So you know what row is next because and we need to, because we are coming back up, this is a row of seed beads here, but I want to be adding it to next to my green cube. I know I need to pick up green seed beads. I'm just going to go through the 2 red. So let me pop up to the top and I'll talk you through. So this row we're adding seed beads. The next row we are adding the cube beads. And you know when you need to add the cube beads because I can't see any of the cubes on the last edge, so they're all seed beads. So at the top I got the orange seed beads right at the end. Here I got red, here I got red, and here I got green. So I know in my next step I have to add the cube. So I'm going to pick up 1 red cube because the orange, as you can see, is sort of skipped from the bottom all the way to the top, and now the red is the last one which is need to skip to the top. So I'm going to pick up a red cube, come back through those red beads. Then I know what cube I need to pick up next because it's the next one in line on my mat. I also have the green seed beads here, which is reminding me I need to pick up the green cube, and I'm gonna come pick up the green and come through that and pull this up nice and tight. Now, because I can see, so I see seed beads here, cube, seed beads, cubes, I know I need to be adding the seed beads in my next row. So I'm going to turn back. I know I need to add a second set of these green seed beads because it's always, we always have 2 sets in between cubes. So I'm going to pick up the green one, go up through the green cube, pick up a red one because I'm going to go up through the red cube, and I'm going to turn my direction around, and I'm picking up seed beads in the next row as well. Just 2 seed beads coming through the 2 seed beads between the 2 cubes. Again, I know what color I need to pick up because I need to pick up the same color which the cube is right next to it. And come down and going through the, so we've done 2 rows of seed beads, and now we're back to the beginning when we're doing our cubes. So as you can see, the green is again gonna skip all the way to the top, so I need to introduce the next color here, which is gonna be this lovely light blue. And put that in. Right, let me have a look at all your questions. Can you use tiller beads instead of cubes? Tiller or tile beads are a different shape. So tiller or tile beads, they will have 2 holes going through them, and they're gonna be a different shape as well. They're gonna be flatter, and they're gonna have 2 holes going through them. Let me just grab one and I'll show you what exactly is the difference. There we go. I know I haven't emptied those drawers yet, so I know they were right behind me. So these are tile beads. Tile beads are made in the Czech Republic. They are square beads as well. So if I pick up 1 tile beads and a 1 Toho cube beads, you're going to see what's the difference. So tiles are a different shape. They 6mm by 6mm. They got 2 holes in them and they are flat. You could do double drop peyote with tile beads as well, but you're going to have to adjust the seed beads, the numbers, what you're picking up in between, and I would go up to size 8 seed beads with them. I will have a little go, and actually I'll pop a picture if I well, at the moment I haven't really good time to do anything, but that could be interesting as well. But if you do have a go, Diana, pop a picture up in one of our handmade books, because we love to see how you can implement it with a different shape or a different size of beads, because all we're doing here is playing with beads. Sue is saying Richard of York gave battle in vain. tilla, not tile. Tilla and tile is where it's the same shape beads. Tile beads are manufactured by one factory and tilla beads are manufactured by another factory, but they are exactly the same shape. They both got 2 holes through them, and they are quite fantastic to work with as well. These 4mm cubes are perfect for the size 11 seed beads. So because those tile or tilla beads are going to be bigger, try it with size 8. Question, Kitty, are the cubes the same size as the cube spacer beads Sarah used in a macrame bracelet last week? Could be. I'm not 100% sure if she used the 3mm or the 4mm ones. I think she used 4mm ones. So the size 11 seed beads would work with any sort of 3.5 4mm cubes with this stitch. So you could try the hematite ones, they would look really good. You could try metallic spacers. I love these Toho ones because they come in all sorts of different colors, and then you can, you know, create your own, create your own rainbow. I mean, you don't have to have the full rainbow colors. You could do just pinks, or you could do just purples, or you could do all sorts of different things. Just sort of following the pattern and having this, the color in stripes going through from bottom to top in an angle, but then quite easily you could have the color going straight down in stripes like that. I like to angle it because it just gives a little bit more to it, but you could have picking up the same beads, the same color in the first row, the first 3 rows, the second 3 rows you would be picking up the next color, and the next row will be picking up the next color. You could do that as well. Let me just do a couple more stitch here, and actually I'll we can have a little go at that. We got time, haven't we? It's only past. We got time to doing the same stitch but doing your stripes differently, so you could experiment with all sorts of different things. I just got a knot on my thread. You're going to come apart. So when I'm trying to undo a knot, and I always do this, I stick one needle into my knot, and I'm just going to grab this other needle and just unpick the knot with the other needle. It's just easier that way. Because if you're trying to unpick your knot with one needle, you're going to end up pulling it tighter and tighter. So I'm going back up. I just want to add all the colors. So I have a nice, so you can see how all the frosted colors look like with this peyote stitch. And I'm going to come back through the bottom to there, and then go back and start adding the last colors of cubes. What's going on with my thread? And we are introducing the dark blue. Sheila is saying, ooh, Camille, I'm going for a few glasses today. Help me see the beads. Are we sort of talking about reading glasses here? Or are we talking about glasses? Glasses of drinks. I'm just gonna come back down, just adding these beads. I love that you have a lovely little conversation with each other. Really, I love our little beading family here. I think it's really nice, and after sort of a certain amount of time you get to know each other, and you get to know. I'm rubbish with names because my memory is not, I'm a very visual person, and I'm dyslexic as well, so anything written I'm having a really hard time to remember. like spellings and everything, stuff like that as well. So I'm rubbish with names, but I'm good with faces. And even I, so after a certain amount of time, sort of get to recognize all the usual suspects, I should say, who come every day and support us. And it's just so nice. It's a nice little community. I'm just gonna need to do, I think, about 6 more rows until I introduce the last color as well. I just really want to show you, and then actually I'm gonna jump and show you how to do a straight color bending. So that might be a little bit easier for you. But again, you would have to start the same way. So it's so important to plan your materials out, to put it out on your mat, so you know you're not jumping from one color to another. You are putting them in a line, you're putting them in an order, how you want to work with them. And then you can work through them backwards and forwards, or you can always work from left to right, however you do it. But it's important to plan your materials out. Right, and I'm just coming back up with the last color of cubes now. So I'm going to add another row of seed beads, and then we're going to jump to the other way, how you can make it rainbow. I love doing this angled look because I think it just gives a little bit more, it just looks like a little bit more professional, I guess. You have to, it's a little bit harder, you have to think it through a little bit more, but as you can see, it's quite easy. So we started with the yellow here, went orange, red, green, violet, blue, no, blue, violet, so blue as well. So I think it looks quite nice. But let's just have a look and I'll show you. If you just wanted to do a straight color, and I'm going to grab another thread because that bobbin is still attached to my thread. I got another one, the same color. I'm going to pop my second needle. See, I did know I had to take 2 needles out of my pot. I'm going to pop the second needle in here. Oh, it was glasses. A lot of people have varifocals. I think my mom's got varifocals. It's it seems to vary on the end of her nose most of the time, bless her. I need to get my eyes checked. I need to go and have a checkup and see what's going on, because I keep sort of ignoring it, but when I'm working with size 15 seed beads, those size 15 Naughty seed beads have got much smaller over the last 10 years as I went along. So I do need to, I think I need to go and get my eyes checked as well at some point. Right, so if we want the stripes to be dead straight in our design, then it's going to be even easier, because you're going to just start with one color all the way down. So I picked up a cube, 2 seed beads, and another cube, another 2 seed beads, and I'm going to take it down. So this is one row. This is going to be your base row. This is where you start. I'm going to suspend this in my hand, and now we're going to go back up through our cubes and seed beads. So I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads and go back up through the cube. Oh, Linda's saying good morning to you today. I made it today. Linda is one of our local ladies, although most of the time she spends in Spain. Are you in the UK, Linda, at the moment, or did you go back to Spain? My in-laws, Simon's parents, went back to Spain. I picked up another 2 seed beads. I went through the top cube. So this is going to be row 1. Now we're going to sort of, you went backwards and forward. So technically you done 2 rows because you went all the way down and you come back with your speed beads, but this is going to be one segment of our bracelet. Now we're going to move on to the next one, which is going to be orange. So I'm going to pick up 2 orange seed beads. I'm going to go down through the 2 yellow ones, and we're doing exactly the same stitch. We're just blending the colors differently this time. And again, going to go through the bottom 2 seed beads. And now we are in a position to add our cube beads. So I'm going to pick up my orangey cubes and come back up through my orange seed beads. So as you can see, with the same technique, even just by blending your colors differently, you will have a different pattern and a different result. And pull this up tight. Now I'm just going to complete the orange seed beads there. So I'm going to come back down and add the seed beads in the gaps between my cubes. Linda's saying, no, we are here in the UK, not going after Christmas. So Sue and Pete went back just at the end of the summer because obviously Lucy was going back to school, Christopher's going back to school, Victoria was going back to university, and I think it just sort of, they're just on their own there. So maybe there's a bit more safer, I guess. So I'm going with the red ones now. I'm picking up red seed beads. Oh, Sheila is saying she wears contact lenses. I love. And I'm picking up cubes next. Because I'm on the red section now, I'm picking up red ones. And another one. Now, don't forget, on the top of the link, we got the link to the website. What we did is you can purchase the seed beads and the cubes separately today. If you do get them, then we'll pop you the instructions in there. What's going on with my thread today? I'm not going to pull that tight because I know there might be a little knot forming. So before it's even forms, I'm going to pull this out straight. That's it. I'm pulling up nice and tight. So I'm just adding the last 2 red seed beads, and then we're moving on to the next color. So we've done yellow, orange, red, and I'm going to move to the green. So I'm picking up the green next, coming back through the 2 red seed beads. Picking up green ones again, coming through the next 2 seed beads. So if you're going to blend your colors this way, then what you have to think of, that you're doing 3 rows with the same color combination. So with the green seed beads with the green cubes, then we're going to move on to the blue seed beads with the blue cubes. 3 rows you're doing with the same combination. 2 rows of adding seed beads and 1 row of adding the cubes. I'm just pulling it nice and tight. And I'm going to add my seed beads. Coming back down. Mina's saying she's already got the instructions, same as before. And then we finished with the green, moving on to the blue. I just want to get down to the end and then I'll show you what's the difference between blending the colors, the 2 different ways. But you could make, blending the colors, you could make a zigzag pattern. You could make loads of different bits of pieces. It's just really just playing around with them and having, this is what I love doing. You're sort of expressing yourself with all the different colors. I love paintings where they do all these color shadings and using different colors. I've just really memorized. I think something is so therapeutic with working with all sorts of different colors that I really love, love, love. Because if I make jewelry for myself, I always go to my safe colors, which is the blue, purple, teal, aqua, navy blue. And I seldom make like, you know, red jewelry for myself or orange or yellow, but doing rainbow colors, it lets me to experiment with all those colors, but I normally wouldn't use, and it's just so great. Margaret is saying, I think it's just me. I love just the one color. Yes, we did it with one color as well. You can do it with just one color. It's really nice and easy. There, you don't have to think about blending the different colors or doing anything differently. You're just picking up the same cubes and the same seed beads as you go along. I got 5 more rows to add, and then I'm going to show you, put them side by side, and we're going to see what's the difference blending your colors this way and blending it like when you stagger your colors throughout your bracelet. I like staggering it better, but this one will look great too as well. And I'm just adding the 2 seed beads, but that's all you're doing. You're picking up in one row, you're adding seed beads. I got myself caught. I just turn this sleeve up because I'm going to keep getting myself caught on the button of my sleeve. Just going to turn that up quickly. And one row you're adding seed beads, next row you're adding cubes, next row you're adding seed beads, the row after that you're adding seed beads again, all the way along until you get your desired length. So always 2 rows of seed beads, 1 row of cubes, 2 rows of seed beads all the way down. If you haven't got a naughty thread like I got right this minute, come undone. Right, so because my thread is keep sort of knotting and twisting up, what could happen as you go backwards and forwards, and the way how you take your thread off the bobbin, your thread is twisted around all the way. So what I need to do is I need to hold my work up and untwist this thread. So I'm just gonna move the camera to this one. So what to do is to hold up your needle, and I like to hold the needle and I hold at the bottom of the thread as well, so there is not so much tension on the eye of the needle itself. Hold it up, take your index finger and thumb and just hold your thread together and pull it all the way down, and you can see that it's twisting. That's mean our thread was twisted and now it's untwisting itself. So we won't get that naughty knot around on them. I'm just going to do this a couple of times, just pulling it between my 2 fingers, untwisting the end. That's it, and we are good to go. And hopefully we won't have any more naughty threads trying to knot up us on it. Margaret saying, this grown up for me, the rainbows I would make for my younger nieces. It's entirely up to you. Which one was it? The rainbow flat spiral. We did like a rainbow and we did like an ombre one as well. And I have worn the ombre a lot because the ombre was a little bit softer colors. But you don't have to do 7 rainbow colors. You might just want to blend the blues. Sorry, I'm talking to you and I didn't change the camera back down. You might just want to blend the blues and purple together, or you might just want to blend greens and whichever color you want to blend. You don't have to do all the 7 rainbow colors. You could just do your colors what you like. But if you want to work with more than one color, you're gonna have to blend it one way or another. You can just do 3 colors. You don't have to do all 7 of them. It's entirely up to you, but this is the 2 ways you can blend it in your beadwork. So let me just pull this up. I got to add the seed beads, and that's it. We got all 7 colors. So you either have them sitting straight in the colors, sitting straight in segments, and that's it. We are done with this, like this. Or you have them staggering them. Let me just pop that on the top of my hand. You have them staggering from one corner all the way to the top to the other corner. I prefer this way because for me, when I see the cubes are not exactly in the same, the colors are not sort of next to each other, how they add it onto your bracelet, for visually this one works much better for me than this one, but you can blend as many colors as you want. Elizabeth is saying, I'm never going to be an old lady. I have been 27 for a good for a good few years now, and I don't intend getting any older. I agree with you, Elizabeth. I'm staying young as well. I think you all only some days I do feel like I'm still a child, I guess. But yeah, I think you're only as old as you feel. Sue's saying, I'm still in denial about being an old lady now. I think it's why are we giving ourselves a label, the old or not old or young or whatever? But we just call ourselves ladies, and that's it. And age doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter at all. The same way as, like, you know, these days, age doesn't matter. I mean, if you wanted to run a marathon, I probably wouldn't start at the age of 80, but there have been people who even done that. That lady who swam the channel, she was 60 odd or something like that. So age doesn't matter. Right, let me show you how to add the end on. So adding the ends, I like using, I'm just going to pick this up. I like using these little slider clasp because they just the width of your bracelet. Where's my other one? Just the width of your bracelet, and you can really nicely and neatly sort of tidy your ends, and it just looks apart. Let me just pop this one on, and you can see that it just sits so nicely with it. Now, bracelets like this, these are what I call, they are flat bracelets. And I love flat bracelets because when you're doing other crafting or even beading or any sort of crafts you're doing, and where you have to constantly put your hand down to the table. Now, you can see my bangle is keep coming up as I'm putting my hand down because it's sort of a thicker layer here. And after a while, when this is pressing on the table, it gets uncomfortable. But wearing something like this, which is a very flat ribbon style bracelet, it's just really comfortable. It just feels like it's not even there as well. So he's saying, the brain tells me I'm young, but the body says different these days. I'll just ignore your body. I just would. Eileen is saying it's not the age, it's my body as well. Right. Oh, Brenda is saying she's feel 90 today. Oh no, you're not 90, Brenda. I know how old you are. Well, approximately, I guess. Because never ask the age of a lady. Let me show you how to add the end on your beading. So I'm gonna, which color shall we add it onto? Because I got these. Yeah, I got these. What I do, I add them onto this one because this one I finished the length, the single color one. So all of a sudden we worked with multicolor, we worked with we worked with frosted seed beads today. We done 2 different patterns. We done a staggered ones. We done a straight one. Where did it go? There. We've done a straight pattern as well today. We've done a lot today. So let me just pop some of these seed beads away. So they're not in a way as we don't need them anymore. And I'm going to show you how to add the end nice in a neat way. Now, whenever you're adding ends to your bracelets, there is always, I sort of stop for a second and I just see what size of the bracelet, what does really need. If I'm working with sort of 8mm larger beads, then I will add around the clasp. If I'm working with a pattern like this, where you have like a ribbon-like texture, then I like to add those sliding clasps more. I really look at it and I really assess it there and then. What is the need of my bracelet, I guess, and continue that way. So I'm going to use one of these lovely slider clasps, and they just, sorry, I'm just going to have to grab them. They just behind my monitor here. There we go. So these slider clasps do come in different sizes, and they have 2 loops, 3 loops, 4 loops, and I think with silver we have like a 6 loop one as well. So you can create jewelry which you can, you know, add it to, you can make this wider, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So if I want to start with 3 beads at the start, I would use the 3 loop clasp, or if I started with 4, then I would use the 4 loop one. Like, let me just get these babies out the way. Off you go, just onto the side. Right, I'm gonna add the 2 loop clasp on here. Now we have already added one side, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drop my needle on this end. Just thread a needle in there, and I am ready to add the clasp there. Oh, come on, don't be naughty today. Again, I'm using those lovely color eye needles. So this one is the black one, so I know this is size 10. Everything, they look like bugle beads. They are cubes. So let me pull it up. They're cubes. I'm using 2 size 11 seed beads with them. Right, so I'm at the end and I want to add my clasp on. In this instance, we already secured one side of it. So I want to go and secure the other side. I finished by adding the seed beads on the end here, and what I normally do, let me just get a clasp out which hasn't got not attached. What I normally do is just to pop the clasp right next to my beadwork there, and just for 1 second just think about where are these loops are gonna connect with my bracelet. So if you imagine you got a top row, first, second, third and fourth row coming all the way on your bracelet, and I add this one, put next one next to it, I can see my loop really need to connect between after the first 2 seed beads and before the third and fourth, and again you need to connect after the first 2 from the bottom, and just right here, that's when I'm gonna connect it to. So I'm gonna turn my thread around, so I'm just gonna, as I'm facing downwards at the moment, I'm gonna go back up and through the beads all the way to get to the top, to following any thread path I have here, and then I'm gonna come back through the first 2 seed beads there, just like that. Now, because I already added one end here, I'm gonna add the other end. Now, need to make sure when you're adding your other end or any clasp when using that, I always start to add it on when the clasp is closed, because, and I did it before as well, that I opened it up and I went along and I sewed it on just like that, and when I came to close it, I realized I sewed it on the wrong way. So now, to be secure, I always start to sew it on in a closed position. I just loop the bracelet around my hand. I know I'm coming out through the right beads there, so I'm just gonna straight jump and go through the loop on the clasp, and pull this up nice and tight. Then I'm quite simply gonna carry on down between the next two seed beads to pull this tight. As you can see, that connection has been made there between our loops, and pull this up. I'm gonna go along the next two and secure the loop there as well. Now this is important where you're going to secure it, because not all clasps like this, the loops are equal. Depending on what batch is the manufacturer making, they're adding the loops on by hand. So that's not done by machine. So sometimes you can have a clasp where the loops are a little bit further apart, or sometimes you can have a clasp where the loops are closer together. So always just stop and adjust and have a look, where do you think those loops are gonna end up. So I'm gonna go and weave myself back down. I do like to connect my loops and everything, and it's every single loop to my bracelet a couple of times, because I want a really and a nice secure clasp here. Because I sewed it on both ways now, I can actually open this up and it becomes easier to work with, because I know it's not gonna get twisted now. That's it, I'm all sorted. I'm gonna weave to the top and go through the other loop one more time, and all is it left to do, I always like to do, is to add an extra row of beads just here on the top of those loops to cover them up. And I'll show you just in a sec how to do that. So on one side, our seed beads are kind of sitting on the top of the loop and covering it half up. But on the other side, let me show you this one, which is already done. On one side, they were what was the end of the bracelet and what we started work with. But on the other side, our loops are going to show up quite a bit. And I like to hide these loops because I think that's what makes a bracelet more or less professional. So I'm going to go back up again because I'm coming at this last seed beads. I need to go back and around. So I'm coming at just by the connection where I connected the loop with my seed beads. So I'm following any thread path, taking it all the way to the top, just like that, coming back through those two seed beads, and I'm quite simply just gonna pick up 4 seed beads here. One, two, three, 4. Make sure these go all the way down, and I'm just going to jump across on the top of those loops just like that and come through the bottom 2 seed beads, and that's it. And with that, I secured my clasp. I went around and reinforced that connection. Then I added a loop to the bottom, so it's really nice, and you know, you can't see where your loops are anymore. And that's it. That's it. How easy is to make your bracelet, or is it left to do? Then I'm gonna pull this in. I just got another little knot. What's going on with my thread today? And just gonna sort of sew up and down, then do a 1 thread knot. I like to take my thread back a few sort of beads before I do my knot, and just do 1 thread knot to secure your thread down. But my thread just came out of my needle. I don't know what's wrong with my thread. I think I need to go and have some breakfast. I haven't had any breakfast yet. I'm not sure what shall I have. Or maybe have some, maybe I have an omelette. I haven't had an omelette in ages. Absolute ages. Let's see, just pull this down. Come on. There we go. Right, so to do a 1 thread knot, all you're gonna do is you're going to do it between two beads. You're going to catch the thread path, this little thread on the side, or you can do it sort of inside your rose as well. You're going to go catch this and go under this thread. I haven't gone through any of the beads. I just went through under that. I'm going to pull this through. As you can see, this little loop is forming. Before this loop disappears, I'm going to go through this loop. And when I pull this tight, you can see that little knot is forming the top of my thread there. And then I'm just going to go further down, go through a few more beads. I usually weave my thread and needle to the other side. I'm going to turn this around and repeat again. So I usually add a couple of half hitch knots or one thread knot. Pull this nice and tight to secure your thread. And never cut your thread off right next to your knot. Always take it through a few more beads and then you can cut it off. And to cut it off, I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to pull with one hand. I'm pulling up on the thread. On the other hand, I got my needle, got my scissors. I'm going to add the thread inside it and push my beadwork towards the table with my scissors and cut it. And in that way, I'm going to have a really nice and close cut inside my bead. I'm not going to see any naughty ends sticking out anywhere. And that's how easy it is to add your clasp. Repeat this for the other side, although this one we did already. And all is it left to do is just to put on your bracelet and wear it. These have got little magnets inside them, so they really nicely keep together. Do check out the website because we have got offer on the bundles, and I'm just gonna, I love them. Isn't that just nice? You can do them all sorts of different colors. Let me just show you the website quickly because we got all sorts of different bundles. So there is the frosted one which we worked. Usually it's $16.20. Today is $12.99. And we also have the AB Rainbow, which is usually $13.60, $10.99. We got the pastel rainbow seed beads. So these contain 7 bags of seed beads, 10 grams of each bag. So you get a 70 gram in total. And the silver lined as well. We also have a PDF download, and you have your 2 loop clasp. And then here we got the rainbow bundle of cubes. Again, instead of $15.60, it's $12.15 the bundle. You get 10 grams of each one of those colors. Again, it's approximately 90 beads per 10 gram bag. And in a multi-color rainbow bracelet, you're probably going to use like 12 per color, or maybe 16 if you need to make a bigger one. But that's it really. That's all there, that's all you need. But with a 10 gram of cubes and 10 gram of seed beads, if you don't want them all rainbow colors, you could make single color ones as well, because this purple is the same as that one, and you could just make a purple bracelet, a blue bracelet, a green bracelet, a yellow, an orange, and but the choice is yours which seed beads you want to put with what. Question, with the hematite cubes, would you still use the thread as they're heavier? Yes, absolutely. So this one, I just used a different seed bead. So the color of the seed beads actually is 288. It's funny how I can't remember the name of the seed bead. It's got like a little bit of a blue hint to it, but I remember the color number. And absolutely, I just used the thread with it. They're not that much heavier as the cubes themselves. They're about 3.5 millimeter in size, so they're just tiny bit sort of smaller. I love, and we have got some with like X's on as well. Oh, Diane is saying, what are the beads in the grey bracelet beads? So they are the hematite cubes. Molly, if you're still there, please just pop a link up to these hematite cubes. They're the ones that they are different hematite cubes you have on the website. These are the ones which has got like a little lines on them, and that's why I love them. They're just a little bit different. So you could experiment with loads of different bits of pieces. Experiment with anything you have at home. pop a picture up in one of our handmade group. It would be lovely to see, and you know, we get inspiration from each other, I guess, just as much. Also, if you're not in our not in one of our group, then do join our groups as well. If you pop onto Totally Beads page, Handmade by Totally Beads is the most popular one. Please like our video, and please press on the notification button, because then you're gonna get a notification every single time when we go live, so you don't miss us. At the moment we are here at 10 a.m. every single morning, showing you different techniques, sort of playing with different beads. Could you link the hematite cube, please? I think Molly is on it. She's gonna find you the link just in a second. Let me just link for, I'm just gonna send a message to her. Yeah, I think she did it. Yeah, hematite cubes, she just did it. So do try out, blend your colors. Even if you're just using 3 colors, you can use 5 colors, 7 colors, you can use 10 or 20 colors, how many ever colors you want to use. Blend your colors. You don't have to, you can do rainbow, or you can do ombre, you can do anything you like, really. Do have a little play. Thank you so much for spending this hour with me. Sarah Payne is going to be with you tomorrow. She is going to show you how to jazz up some bags with some lovely different handles, so I'm really looking forward to that one. And some wire, I think she sent me some pictures too to me, and they look really, really great, so do tune in for that. And Thursday we're going to have Creation Station once more back again. We're playing more with our right angle weave. We started a bracelet last week, and it was so great. You all got involved, suggesting all sorts of different things. And yeah, Friday we're going to go back in the warehouse. We're going to do a bit more of the findings. I'm really hoping to finish the finding out this Friday, showing you all the different tips and ends. We did clasps, we did hat pins and eye pins, we did air wire, and on Friday I really want to go through like crimps and crimp tubes and crimps, cord crimps, and all sorts of different bits of pieces. Monica is saying thanks for the tutorial. I like her bracelet. I like the color, very pretty. Oh, thank you, lovely. Jenny saying thank you, Kitty and staff, for another great video. Elizabeth, oops, Lady Livery has just arrived. Oh, do have fun with her, because she is really, really cute to make. There she is. She's just sitting right next to. She's always sitting next to here, keeping me company today. And I don't know if it's the first sign of madness, but I do talk to her. Rather than talking to myself, I do talk to her. I address her like a little person next to me. Right, do have a lovely day, everybody. Sarah Payne is going to see you tomorrow, and I'll be back on Thursday with you. Have a lovely couple of days. Stay safe, keep on beading, keep on crafting. Bye.